How old were you when you made your first million?
Well, let's see, I was 60.
Throughout your career, what's been the biggest amount of money you've ever generated in a single year?
Well, I've done pretty decent enough to take care of myself well, and
Personally?
Yeah.
Oh, a bit over $300,000.
Did you have any business before?
I did. I had my own business. I had a vintage store.
I am a business owner. I sell refrigerators and freezers.
I did not come from a rich family.
Oh, I did not grow up around money.
20-year-old watching this, what is one fundamental principle you would give them that could shape their future? What was your best money decision you've ever made?
Getting married.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Break it down.
The most important thing you can invest in is
Most people spend their entire lives trying to figure out how successful people actually made it. Today, in Sacramento, California, we're asking business owners, lawyers, and entrepreneurs exactly how they built their success, what they would do differently, and what advice they would give to someone trying to get ahead. So without further ado, let's dive right in. What do you do for a living?
Well, I refurbish, repair, pick up, and sell refrigerators and freezers.
For real, so you're a business owner.
Yes, I am a business owner. I do it myself.
But why fridges? It's such a niche business. How did you end up in this segment?
It was an accident, but when I got started doing it about 5 years ago, I figured that everybody has at least one refrigerator, and probably 75% of people have two, and some more than that.
Throughout your career, what's been the biggest amount of money you've ever generated in a single year?
Well, I've done pretty decent enough to take care of myself well and not have to worry too much.
Was that enough to live a comfortable life?
Yes, I've been doing pretty well.
Did you grow up around money or did you build everything from scratch?
Oh, I did not grow up around money. I mean, my dad was a great dad. He took care of us. We never had to worry about food or clothes, but no, not a lot of money.
In your opinion, what was the hardest skill for you to master in the business world?
Probably dealing with people is harder than anything, more than the work itself.
Have you ever been screwed over in business?
Oh, yes, I have.
And what did you do?
There's not much I could do. I just had to just deal with it. I could have, somebody just wanted to basically give me nothing for the refrigerator, and it wasn't worth my time or effort, so I just let it go.
What's more important, product or distribution?
Product.
Why?
For me, it's product.
How about the distribution?
Not so much for me because, like I said, I do it myself, so I pick them up myself and deliver them myself, or people come and get them.
What's been the biggest driving factor of your success throughout your career?
Just work ethic. I always, since my dad, he instilled in all of us brothers, no messing around. Work is number one. Never take a day off, etc.
Did you ever doubt yourself?
Oh, yes.
How did you get over that? How did you find that self-belief?
It's very hard not to doubt yourself in something you're doing. I still now every once in a while wonder, if I'm doing right, doing wrong, doing, not good enough. So
What was your best money decision you've ever made?
probably getting married.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Break it down.
To my current wife. She is the best thing ever. Definitely. 100%.
How about the worst financial decision you've ever made?
There's been a couple times in my younger days buying cars that was very bad decisions and paid way too much and no return on them. It was just not good.
What is the best advice you've ever received or heard throughout your career? The most pivotal, life-changing advice you've ever received?
Well, I would say it has to be my dad, just instilling in me to work and be motivated, because nowadays there's so many people that are so lazy, and I see it more now than ever with the technology, the phones. The kids don't want to do anything.
What is one decision that changed everything for you?
I have to say that's definitely God.
So
Absolutely.
faith is important.
Absolutely. Yeah, very important.
Who's your God?
God is up here. Jesus.
How do you know Jesus was real?
Well, I can tell you a quick story. When my youngest son, had a heart defect and he almost died. They had to life flight him to Columbus when I was in Ohio. And on my way to the hospital, I was praying, and it's very hard to explain, but it's like Jesus was sitting beside of me in the car and told me everything was going to be okay. And no doubt in my mind that everything was going to be good, but it wasn't in my time, it was his time. So when I got there, he was still not doing well, but I knew he was going to be good, and he still is.
Wow. If you could go back in time and talk to yourself, let's say at your 20s, what would you say to younger? What advice would you give? Or maybe
Okay.
what would you do differently?
Well, first of all, I know it sounds bad, but I definitely wouldn't have got married when I was young. I wouldn't have had kids when I was young. I don't regret having my kids, but I would have never done that out of high school. I would have tried to pursue something else, like college, sports, football was my thing.
If you could instill one fundamental principle into your kids before you leave, what would it be?
It would be not to be lazy and to work and try to work for what you want and not be lazy. That is the worst thing for me. I don't like lazy.
Thanks so much for your time, sir. You got incredible advice. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
What industry did you end up going into?
I ended up going into the legal industry. I'm an attorney.
What does your practice focus on? What kind of clients do you typically work with?
I generally work with businesses who have been sued for whatever reason, generally due to an alleged defect in their products. So
Throughout your career, what's been the biggest amount of money you've ever generated in a single year?
personally,
Yeah.
a bit over $300,000.
Yeah. 300 grand?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And so you're a lawyer. How do you turn that no into a yes? Give me your best sales and effective negotiation advice as a lawyer.
I think the first thing I ever learned about negotiation, and I learned this back in college, was, obviously you have to come in with a bid much higher than you're willing to accept, right? A lot of it deals with the knowledge of your person you're negotiating with. So you have to know what's important to them. So if you know what's important to them and know what's important to you, a lot of times you can do what's called an elegant negotiable, which is you can give up things that aren't as important to you, but are important to them whilst getting things that are important to you, but not so important to them.
What's your best advice for someone just starting out who wants to become a successful lawyer like yourself?
I mean, you got to get into the best law school you can. In terms of after you get out being a lawyer, I would say while you're in law school, you should intern, and that'll give you an opportunity. A lot of times if you intern with people, you're not making a lot of money a lot of times, although some firms will pay pretty well for interns. If you've interned with them and you've shown them that you have good legal chops and you can do the work and people get along with you. That's another thing, because there's some people who nobody gets along with, right? And they're just very difficult to be around. So don't be that person.
Did you come from a rich family or did you build everything from scratch?
I did not come from a rich family. My dad was an Air Force officer, so I moved around. My mom was a homemaker. So.
Are you a risk taker?
I'm a calculated risk taker. So I won't go out and just say, YOLO. But especially at my age, I'm 54. But if there's a calculated risk where the advantage seems to be bigger than the.
What was the smartest investment you've ever made throughout your lifetime?
The smartest investment I ever made was time with my kids. That's really worthwhile. And I would say to, anybody who's listening, the most important thing you can invest in is relationships. So your friends, your family, your loved ones, anybody like that, those are the relationships that are really going to last. And those are the things that are going to mean something to you down the line.
What's your best advice you've ever received or heard?
If you're not content with what you have, you'll never be content with what you get. And I think that's really true.
Did you go to college?
I did go to college, yes.
Is college a waste of money and time or no?
It depends on what you want to do, right? So if you have a goal, like I had to go to college to go to law school, and that's been a very good investment for me. If you're not good at school, maybe that is a waste of time for you, and you should go into a trade or something like that, because you can make a lot of money, in a trade, starting your own business. A lot of people like around here are living in very nice houses who did that and never went to college.
Give me a lesson about business right here that it's not taught in any business school in the world.
Really, the most important thing is if your customers feel like you care about them, and this goes back to relationships, right? Having relationships with your customers or your clients or whoever they are, they feel like you care about them, like you are responsive to them. Like I just had an experience like this. I was looking for getting a bid from somebody for a certain project, and I went with the people who were more responsive, even though they were more expensive, because I felt they had great reviews, and I felt like if there was something that happened, they were going to respond to me. They were going to be there rather than just me be another number in their Rolodex. That's an old school school reference.
Do you think anyone can totally change their lives in like 1 to 2 years?
Probably not. I think that's pretty ambitious. Can you start changing your life? Yeah. Can you make a big change in your life? Yes, but not
So,
totally changed.
for somebody who may be broken now, for somebody at rock bottom, what is an actionable move that they can make to get truly serious about achieving success and financial freedom like yourself?
I would say get rid of all of your pride. So you have to just let that all go and start with somebody, whoever will hire you, right? And really the most important thing you can do is know what you're good at. What you should do is you should seek out something, a career or a job that allows you to put whatever you're good at into use, right? Because if it comes naturally to you, then you're just going to succeed if you put the work into it.
You said, how old are you?
I am 54.
54. If you could instill one fundamental principle into your kids before you leave, what would it be?
Well, because I am a Christian, I would say the one fundamental thing I hope they take away from me is to trust in God. Because I really believe that
Faith is important.
faith is so important to me. Like with Christianity, the whole idea is the God of the universe wants a relationship with you and loves you and has a plan for you and wants you to be the best version of yourself. And it's not always easy because even as a parent, sometimes you let your kids go through hard times to improve them, right? But God's always been there for me and God has always supported me. So that's something I'd want my kids to take away is just a rock solid faith in God.
What was the deepest life quote you've ever heard?
I would say once again, it's probably if you're not content with what you have, you'll never be content with what you get. And that doesn't mean that you aren't trying to achieve or trying to better yourself or anything like that. But if you're thinking that you're going to be happy just if you get to this level, you're going to be happy if you get this stuff, if you get this job, if you get this girl, if you get this guy, it's just not going to be there, right? It's not going to happen. Your fundamental satisfaction with your life is something that is inside you, and you can better your life and make it more comfortable. You can be more successful, but you're never going to be happier just with success. That's something that you have to work on inside yourself.
Okay, last one for you. Do you have any regrets in life?
Oh, I have so many regrets in life.
What is something you wish you understood earlier in life?
I think something that I wish I'd understood earlier is that the person you marry is going to be a good 80% of either the joy or the pain and misery in your life.
It's like somebody wise once said, the most important decision you can make in life is choosing the right partner that you marry. It's going to define your trajectory.
Yeah, that's 100. Somebody who's always going to support you, who's going to be there for you, who's your biggest cheerleader. That's really important.
You got incredible advice, sir. Thank you for your time.
All right,
I
my
appreciate
pleasure.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping impressive lines. I like that. How old were you when you made your first million?
Well, let's see, I was 60.
And how did you get rich?
Well, I married my husband.
Married a rich man?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, though, did you have any business before?
I did. I had my own business. I had a resale vintage store, like an antique vintage store.
And you still have it?
I do not, no.
And what happened?
Well, when I met him, after like the 5th date, he
Yeah.
said, get rid of all this and come travel with me. Because it took all of my time up, so.
Let me ask you this. What's been the biggest amount of money you've ever generated in a single year?
Well, I would say I'm going to keep that to myself.
Was that enough to make a good living?
Yeah,
great.
I've done fine.
I guess you must be good at sales. What do you think makes someone great at sales? What's the secret behind strong sales performance? So give me your best guidance on selling.
So it's important for me to believe in what I'm selling, first of all, and to be honest with the customer. If they don't want something, they're not going to come approach you or make the call or come into the business if they don't want something. But you just have to find them what they want and what they need.
So, there's the adage that says the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And indeed, most people live paycheck to paycheck nowadays.
Yeah.
From your perspective, what keeps people broke in today's world?
Overspending for sure.
Overspending.
Having to have the top of the line clothing items or the things that they don't need, the things that are financially a burden.
What is the best advice you've ever received or heard throughout your career?
Honesty. Being honest with somebody, because that changes your life. Because if you don't tell the truth or you're lying, you're only lying to yourself, and that's hurting yourself. That's actually bringing you broke, damaging yourself.
Yeah.
So I believe that honesty and genuine and good friends. I've got friends that I've had for 40, 60 years.
Yeah.
So I think that a good friendship is key also.
How old are you today?
I'm almost 63.
60. You're kidding me, right?
60. No, I'm not kidding you. 62. So
You're in incredible shape. How important was your physical fitness for your financial success? Is there a correlation there?
well, yeah, feeling good about yourself, doing the right thing, and staying healthy for sure. Because if you are not caring about yourself or not taking care of yourself, then you're not going to have the drive to get up and do the right thing in the morning.
What was the number one book that changed your completely completely changed your life.
Don't sweat the small stuff. So it's a book that's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and they
Okay,
also
what
have
did you-
different.
yeah.
So like the things that aren't gonna, the things don't matter, or worrying about things that aren't even going to come true. They say that 85% of what we worry about may never even come true. When an issue comes up, if you think it's a possibility something's going to go wrong, it might, but don't think about it going wrong until it does. And then in that case, you can handle it then at that moment and take what's precautions need to be taken at that time. Yeah.
What is the biggest mistake you made in life that a young person can learn from?
Loaning money.
Okay.
Loaning money out. Investing in unsure avenues.
Yeah,
You know, I did a really bad investment one time in a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
I would highly encourage people not to do that without researching it,
Yeah.
learning more about it.
Yeah.
Because if it sounds too good to be true,
Yeah.
it usually is.
20-year-old watching this, a little bit lost in life. What is one fundamental principle you would give them that could shape their future?
Save every dollar. Don't spend petty. And then my same motto: be true to yourself and do the right thing and work hard. Work hard. Get up every morning, make your bed.
Let's imagine if tomorrow was our last day, what final message would you leave for the next generation?
Enjoy. Live today like
Yeah.
tomorrow's.
Yeah.
Tomorrow may never come. We don't know what tomorrow brings. So live today. Live your.
Enjoy every
live
moment
your,
of that life.
Live your very best.
Can I
And-
tell you something?
Of course.
You got incredible advice, Miss. I like that. Thanks for dropping
Oh.
impressive lines. That was
Oh,
fire. Yeah,
okay,
appreciate it.
great.
I appreciate your time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.